Hey guys, it's Callous with more Callous Invitational content. This is the other special round, if you will. The unplanned, this wasn't supposed to be a pairing round, the follow-up to the Arctic Gym Cool match that you guys should have seen already on the channel. If not, go back and check that out. So basically, this is a redo of Jabba's round one. It is effectively a round one pairing between Arctic and Jabba. As you guys know, Jabba did play against Bruno and did lose to Bruno, so he's basically getting a free chance to redo his round one. That isn't fair, not claiming that it is. It's the best solution that we were able to come up with out of a really crappy situation with really crappy solutions. Hopefully he takes full advantage of this opportunity and wins this time, but if not, we didn't just hand it to him. We made him try to earn it. So one of these guys, whether it's Arctic or Jabba, is going to start out in the winner's bracket of Callous Invitational 6. The winner here is going to go on to face C, which was Bruno's scheduled opponent, and the loser is going to face Fear. And once those matchups are resolved, we'll finally be back on track, and we can move along with the tournament. So here is game one in whatever you want to call this match between Arctic and Jabba. Arctic's on the bottom, Jabba's on the top. For some transparency, I do know every team that Jabba plans to bring in this series. I either built or contributed to all of them, and I do know what we're going to be seeing on his end. Arctic, on the other hand, couldn't tell you. So, to start, we have the Hariyama team here from Jabba that you guys might already know if you've watched my channel enough. This is a team that I built for Teclis in SPL that he used against Ojama. Subsequently, Teclis has used it a number of other times. He used it in Callous Crew Challenge. He used it in some other tour. It might have even been this tour. I don't remember, but he used it in two other tours of mine. And then, man, somebody else used it too. It's a known team, but it's a team that I built in SPL originally for Teclis to use against Ojama. And yeah, I've shipped it along to Jabba, and he's giving it a spin against Arctic here. Arctic seems to have I don't know what to call this team. It reminds me a lot of 2017-18-ish, where it's Moltres in the Charizard spot. Yeah, this exact team was a thing a few years ago, but it was Moltres over Zard. But the rest of it is the same. I played against Alexander in SPL. God, feels like forever ago, but 3 or 4 years ago, whatever it was. And the team that he used was this exact squad, like I said, with Moltres over Zard. Was flavor of the month at that time, 2018. Man, time really flies. I'm feeling so fucking old. Hariyama here can't come in on spikes again, so a spin is gonna have to get off. Goes for Rock Slide. I don't think I like that play for Jabba. I think the better play there was to go to Salamence. Pretty safe either way. You may ask yourself, well, whoa, what if it took the Toxic? But the answer is that the Blissey actually has aromatherapy, so that would not have mattered. And we know with the guard dead that the Fortress can get a rapid spin off fairly easily. So between the Wish that the Salamence has and the aromatherapy that the Blissey has, the Hariyama actually still could have potentially gotten healed up and had a lot of value and been fine. So I think Jabba was not patient enough or conservative enough with the Hariyama. And I think we're seeing a little bit of that with the Milotic as well. He did get a Surf off on the Gengar to put it in range of the Pursuitar, which is fine. The issue is it left it at 44%, but he does correct that now by getting a Wish over to it. So Arctic with the lead, 5-4. Jabba can set up spikes fairly freely with the Fortress here, but having given up two of the pokes that arguably he didn't need to give up either of them, this might get harder than it needs to be. Missing Toxic not going to help his case, and now Psychic on the offensive. Toxic comes down at this point, but Celebi firing off decent Psychics, 31%, and now a soft-boiled here. Blissey seems to be holding this off fairly well. There's a fourth on Giga Drain from a non-recover Celebi, so Jabba just waiting for it to kill itself with the poison. Hidden Power Fire, I guess thinking maybe Fortress or Tower would have snuck in there, but I don't really understand that play. I guess it's the highest upside, but Blissy's going to soft boil there always. And now Jabba's going to be wishing he had the Hari or the Mence or both, because this T-Tar is going to be difficult. DD-Tar not what he wants to be seeing right now with only Milotic. He's one crit or flinch away from a world of problems, and indeed, there is a flinch. Like I said, kinda wish you had a Hari or a Mence now, don't ya? But I think Arctic is going to win this game 1. I think the DD Mence is going to be an issue here. Fortress could bail him out of it. EQ there. Arctic might have been playing around an explosion that doesn't come. Ooh, he's got the taunt as well, so no spikes. Jabba does temporarily avert the DD Tar, but I don't know. This looks closer than it needs to be. Jabba does still have a chance here, but he's going to have to play really well and maybe get lucky from here on out. Failed taunt from Skarm is interesting. I guess lack of anything better to do, but can't you just spike there? I don't know if I understand the taunt. Here's Tar again, but he doesn't DD up. He goes straight Rock Slide. Now he DDs up, and it's going to be Fortress that we know as Earthquake trying to bail him out. But again, Arctic is going to free switch in on the Earthquake. This time it's going to be Zard. And that is the world's most unexciting beat-up, apparently aimed at Blissey, and it's just going to result in a trade. Milo is so low, though, and it is outsped by Tar, which is brutal. So now Blissey, the only thing remaining for Jabba. Going to have to try to avoid a crit or flinch, and doesn't. And now one Earthquake should end the day. And it does. I don't think Jabba played that one super well. I feel like a lot of people... Somebody else played this team earlier. Who the fuck was it? Oh, it's on the tip of my tongue. It was in like an early round or in play-ins or whatever. But basically, no, it was Tekwas in this tournament. I remember now. Basically, nobody plays this team well. I swear it's good, like really good, and nobody knows how to fucking play it. It's definitely not me. It's definitely not that my teams aren't good. Don't even suggest that. I'm telling you, that team is fucking good. Just nobody can play it. Trust me on this one team. Here's game 2. Arctic on the bottom, Jabba on the top. T-Tar lead for both, and Jabba with the appropriately nicknamed J03, that's cute. Exuding confidence here that he might go 0-3 here, effectively. Lose to Bruno, losing his second chance to Arctic, and then also lose whoever he would play against after, which in this case is Fear. We've got a pretty early trade. Mag for Skarm, and then we've got a Mag on Mag War that Jabba seems all too happy to take, so he must have EV'd it in such a way that he'll always survive hidden power from the other Mag, and he's going to outspeed it. So this one moving a lot faster, and we've got ourselves a pretty quick 4-5 situation. Or sorry, a 4-4 situation. And there is a Meteor Mash with an immediate attack raise, but he's going to get roared away. Aerodactyl threatening him, and now Celebi comes in. Ice Beam, 30%, and a Freeze. Jabba will take that. That's obviously lucky. And awkward for Arctic, too, because he doesn't have a fantastic Swampert switch in if he predicts correctly here. But he doubles back to T-Tar. I thought that he was going to go for like a neutral Surf or maybe an Earthquake there. It just ends up being a trade, though. The meta does get the boom off on what I would assume is his ideal target in the Swampert, and it's just a trade. Hidden Power Brick Break, sure. Obviously, Brick Break hits a lot harder than HP Grass does here. Jabba does not get the crit that he would have wanted. And Jabba now behind. Secret Weapon Scizor in the back coming out for Jabba. Immediate Silver Wind, which is going to KO, but he doesn't get the miraculous boost. Rock Slide there, fishing to bail him out with flinches particularly, but crits are good too. And now the Scizor is faster via agility. Rock Slide needs to crit here and doesn't. And yeah, and now Scizor is just going to clean up. Simple as that. There's an HP Rock. He's going to obviously now outspeed the Celebi. 4x weak to Bug. Even Jabba's capable of clicking Silver Wind. And that is going to be Scizor in the back cleaning it up, which I'm sure delights Jabba. Big fan of stupid Scizor, who's, not good. But he's cool. He's one of the most badass looking Mons, and he's going to get the job done here. The Scizor cleanup is going to send us to Game 3, which is right here. As a reminder of the stakes here, neither player can be eliminated. This is effectively CALLOUS Invitational Round 1, even though it's not. The winner here goes on to face SEA in Round 2, and the loser here goes on to face Fear, also in Round 2, just in the lower bracket. Also, if you've been enjoying the tournament, hit the like button and subscribe. Appreciate it. Arctic and Jabba, final game. T-Tar and Blaziken. Jabba mixing it up yet again. Like I said, I'm not going to pretend that I'm surprised because I do know what Jabba's team is, but he does get a little cute in this set. He does bust out the Scizor, and now we're busting out the Blaziken. Goes for Hidden Power, which is ice, not grass, as we see by being not very effective against Suicune here. And now Zapdos comes into the Coon as it Calm Minds up. We'll see if that's enough to deter him away. It is not. And Jabba gets lucky. Nice para. Yeah, Haxor Scrub. And the Troll damage roll. It was 43% last time, which might have encouraged Arctic to stay in, only to follow it up with a 48% roll on the following turn. So, Jabba's getting lucky and cheating and all that good stuff, but he is off to a good start in this game. There's BP to meta, and Arctic has once again opted for DD-Tar. And Earthquake does a lot, and the Earthquake back from Jabba is also a lot, but not enough, and obviously Tar is faster here. Jabba's going to protect up, fine and well, but he's still not going to survive Earthquake from Tar, so out of the way he goes, and the obligatory Earthquake does come down on Breloom. Will Arctic respect the Mach Punch that I know he has? And the answer is yes. Good play for Arctic, being conservative there. Does go to Mence and get the Intimidate off. Takes only 11% from Mach Punch. And Hidden Power shown to be flying. Obviously, had that been grass, it would have been super effective as T-Tar comes in for Jabba. Arctic seems pretty into Dragon Dancers in this set. Going to be a DD Mence as well. And now at +1, that could threaten the T-Tar. Jabba goes to his own Mence that was previously unrevealed. And yeah, the +1 Brick Break certainly would have done it there. That would have killed T-Tar, so good thing Jabba switched. There was a crit, but not a huge deal. And now Jabba crits, which is a bigger deal. So Jabba definitely getting the better end of the relevant luck in this third game. There's Rock Slide, curiously. And it's not even CB. It's Rock Slide on a lefty's Swampert there. Interesting. I wonder if it's like trying to bait out Moltres or something, which normally threatens the crap out of it with HP Grass. Interesting. And he's got a Fire Blast on Bliss. So a couple nice little surprise moves there from Arctic are going to earn him a lot of leeway in this game. He's going to really catch up and make it a 5-5. Spore is going to be negated by Lumberry, so now we know the T-Tar item. Nothing preventing another Spore, however, so Loom going to do some work. T-Tar is properly asleep this time. And Mach Punch takes him out, which frees him up to Spore something else. But Mence, of course, is going to be faster here and scare the Breloom away. We'll see how Jabba wants to respond since he's opted not to bring a bulky water. And in fact, his Rock Resists now are both dead in the Meta and the Breloom. Zapdos comes in as the follow-up. And the last poke is now shown for Arctic, so full teams now known for both guys as the Zapdos subs up. Ew. Thunder Punch doesn't even break sub. Neutral Thunder Punch doesn't even break sub. Ew, that must have been a roll. But what a bad roll. Thunder Punch doesn't even break a Zapdos sub, and I doubt it's the world's bulkiest Zapdos either. Weird. Well, Blaziken gets in now safely and can do some work here. Sky Uppercut would have nailed Blissey, but this will work too. It'll be faster than Meta and get a fire attack off. And he doesn't miss the Fire Blast. Would have been terrible if he did. Meta goes down. Jabba retakes the lead 4-3. Mence doubles to Pert. knows that he's safe. He knows it's not HP grass. And now we're going for Focus Punch. Well, that'll end the day for Tar just like that. So once again, we've got ourselves a tie, 3-3. Salamence coming in, Intimidate coming, and there is Hidden Power, which is the incorrect Hidden Power. It's HP Grass rather than Ice, but Thunderbolt's still a threat here. Mence on Mence. Mence on Pert. It's a close late game here. There's going to be a lot of switching and a lot of mind games. Gets him. All right, Rock Slide going to be good enough there. He apparently doesn't have Ice Beam, but Rock Slide plus the Sand will suffice. Arctic with the late game lead at the right time. Jabba down to just 2 pokes, but he does get a substitute off crucially. Blissey can wall this Zapdos all day. The problem is the Zapdos can pass to the Blaziken, which Blissey obviously does not wall so well. And indeed, there is the BP to the Blaziken. But Arctic knows that's coming, so he goes to Swampert. Hidden Power comes up short, and there's the Earthquake, but there's nothing preventing him from going for Hidden Power again. There's Mence, and that's going to get foddered off to the HP Ice. 2-2 late game, and in real time, Arctic down to 10 seconds on his timer. It's very close, a lot of double switching here. End up with Zapdos on Swampert. Now Blissey comes in, and it is T-Bolt. So now it's another mind game turn. Is the Blaziken going to come in, or is it going to be a soft-boiled turn or a T-Bolt turn? Arctic wins this mind game. It is T-Bolt, and it's blanked by the Pert. Back to Blissey now, hoping it's HP Grass. Another mind game turn. Is it T-Bolt, or is it BP to Blaziken? What Blissey does varies quite a bit based on that, and she opts for the aggressive route. So only Blaziken remains for Jabba, but only Swampert remains for Arctic. So it all comes down to a Sky Uppercut roll with its imperfect accuracy, but it's going to cooperate for Jabba when he needs it to, and he is going to win this set 2-1 over Arctic and effectively undo his round 1 loss. Like I said, I want to conclude this video the same way that I started it, by acknowledging that it is not fair that Jabba gets to redo his round 1 and be in the winner's bracket even though he lost to Bruno. None of the solutions were fair. It wasn't a bias thing of me being Jabba's friend and trying to hook up Jabba. I discussed it with the players and participants chat. We went over all the solutions, and this was the one that the majority of the community, by a pretty hefty consensus, seemed to believe was the best out of a bunch of bad solutions. I'm not saying it's perfect. I'm telling you quite the opposite. It's not perfect. It's not totally fair. But it is what it is, and this is how we're going to proceed with the tournament. We did our best to resolve a crappy situation. So Jabba is now 1-0 with an asterisk, with air quotes, and is in the winner's bracket and is going to play against SEA in round 2. And Arctic is now in the main event, but he's in the lower bracket, and he's going to play against Fear, also in round 2. Those matches in real time have not played. They're gonna, and when they do, you know where you're going to find them. I will see you guys for the next battle. Thank you for watching.